guys, my name is Jeff, and this is a 2020 Ford GT Mark II, which is faster than the Le Mans winning 2016 race car. But before we get into the details and the ins and outs of this vehicle, first, a quick word from our sponsor.
This video is brought to you by Woodside Credit, the exclusive loan provider for Barrett-Jackson for over a decade. Estimate your lowest payment in America at woodsidecredit.com.
So today we're taking a look at a 2020 Ford GT Mark II. So this is a non-street legal version of the Ford GT that we all know and love. And there's quite a bit of different changes throughout this car. This car is actually considerably faster than the car that won Le Mans in its class in 2016. And that's because this car wasn't really designed for any specific race class. So it didn't have to adhere to any pesky rules. And in that case, what you get is you get your same standard twin turbo V6 that you would find in the standard Ford GT, but this time it's been up to 700 horsepower, which makes it 53 more horsepower than the standard street legal Ford GT and 200 more horsepower than the race car that would have appeared in Le Mans. So you also have a lot of exterior changes that have been added to this car as well. So starting at the front, we have a ton of carbon. We have all of this dry carbon in the front. Obviously, we have a new splitter. We have multiple canards on the side for added downforce. We have some new intakes in the front, which obviously this is empty as the Ford GT's mid-engine. And then we have some even top release, more dry carbon for the vents here as well. On the side, we don't actually have center locks, which is kind of an interesting thing for a track car. Typically, you would expect to see center locks here. Instead, we just have 5 lugs, but we do have some Brembo brakes that are absolutely massive with just enough clearance from the actual caliper, and then some massive disc brakes behind that as well, which of course are currently rocking some race slicks that look fantastic on this car. As we continue down, we have lots of dry carbon. You can see our windows have been replaced. These will not be going down in the typical fashion. We have some race windows with some vents if you need them in particularly hot environments. The interior has been completely gutted and stripped out. And man, all of this comes at a really high price too. The Ford GT Mark II actually sold for $1.2 million a piece, and they only built 45 of them. As we continue through, we have this absolutely massive wing in the back here, and this is a 2-tier wing. This is something that you won't see readily available, and the fact that this would not have been equipped on the race car, this provides significantly more downforce than you would find on your race car, and I think it's a really cool appearance. It's a swan neck style, meaning that the wing itself, or what holds the wing to the car, comes up and over the top, and then we also have a big roof scoop on top of the car as well that looks absolutely tremendous to feed air into our 700 horsepower twin turbo V6. One of the things that looks a little bit funky as we come to the back of our multi-million-dollar Ford GT, which is crazy considering the street cars were $400,000 to start anyways. They went up from there. We have no exhaust in the center. Normally this is where the exhaust would exit on the street cars, and it's not there. We still have our pass-throughs, and we have this absolutely massive carbon fiber diffuser that even has some gold on top of it, which is of course to help with heat, help dissipate some of that so it doesn't get too hot. Don't want your carbon melting or your carbon finish on that, but a tremendous looking car. Lots of race car bits. It's cool that it doesn't fit into its own category and wasn't built for any of that, just built to have fun at the track with the advent of all of these private tracks that now exist here in the US. So with that, that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed looking at this absolutely crazy 2020 Ford GT Mark II. Thank you so much for watching that video. If you're looking to purchase your next collector car, be sure to check out autohunter.com, which is our online auction with cars going live every single weekday, or the sister site, classiccars.com, which has over 30,000 cars currently live on the site. If you enjoyed the video, could hit that like button for us. We'd really appreciate it. And consider getting subscribed for more content like that in the future. Thank you so much for watching.